And we're live. What is this, Lady Ada?
Hey everybody, welcome to Show and Tell. It's me, Lady Ada. We're here at the Adafruit Factory. It's you, it's me, it's all these wonderful people who are clicking things. We are broadcasting live from New York, where it's a beautiful day out.
Yes.
But right now we're going to hang out and watch people show us. It's all these wonderful people who are clicking things.
Yes.
We are broadcasting live from
we're live.
New York, where it's a beautiful day out.
Yes.
But right now we're going to hang out and watch people show us. It's all these wonderful people. It's Dan. Broadcasting live. Dan. There you go.
So
Want to start over?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So we'll call on each person. Every day is a beautiful day when we're doing Show and Tell.
Yes.
And,
That's always an adventure.
Yeah, so everyone mute your mics. We'll get to each person, keep it to like 5 minutes, and we should be able to get to everyone. Ready to spin this up, Lady Ada?
Yeah, we got to go at 7:50. Okay,
Yeah,
let's start off with
Phil B.
Phil B.
Well, hello there. I just got this thing from Japan. The Gakken, who makes all the cool kits, they make this. It's a hemispherical HDMI display, and because it takes HDMI input, I had to take my Raspberry Pi code that draws eyeballs, because it's like every Halloween, it's like, what can I stick eyeballs on this year? And so I think it's a 10-inch sphere that has this live eye display. You can puppet this if you want, if you use the controls, but right now I just have it working. But I put this on YouTube, or on Twitter. I just put a short one on Twitter, and people like freaked out and went and bought all of these. They're not going to make them anymore, unfortunately. So I'm going to tear this one down and see what's inside and see if we can kind of do a DIY version of it. But it is, it's pretty creepy as heck. And also it's really lightweight because, you know, it looks big, but it's mostly air. And so it's pretty light. It seems like it should be able to stick on a bike helmet or something and just go freak people out on Halloween.
We found two online, and we're gonna mount them on top of one of the pick-and places for Halloween, so I can continue the Pee-wee's Playhouse thing. So it'll be like, "Hi, I'm Picky." Yep. And it'll be Picky the pick and place.
Yeah. Also, it runs on 5 volts at like 2 amps max, so definitely battery powerable, I think. Haven't done that yet, but it should be no problem. So I might do some kind of wearable creepy thing out of it. I don't know.
Looks cool.
But the code, the Cyclops version of the code is already on GitHub in the Pi Eyes repository.
Okay.
All right.
So
I've got your eyes
That's super cool.
on you.
Okay. Next up, let's go to Dan. Hey, Dan. How's it going?
I can't hear you now.
Yeah, we can.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's try to do this. Hey, Dan.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, now
Okay.
you're good.
All right, great. Okay, so I'm one of the people working on CircuitPython with Scott, and Lady Ada found that there was a temperature sensor built in to all the microcontroller chips that we use, and so we can use that as a sensor even if we don't have a separate little temperature sensor. It's not incredibly accurate, but we can use it. So what I've got here is a Gemma running CircuitPython, a version that's under development right now, but this is not in the published version yet. And so I put it inside the bag that it came in, and now I'll do a screen share. Hopefully you can see. Let's see. Share this. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see something?
Yeah, it's a gigantic REPL.
Yeah, there we go. So I'll just import a couple of things. I'm typing at the REPL. So we have a very simple interface to the temperature sensor right here. And here it'll show us the temperature every second. So right now, this is in Celsius. So I have here a glass of ice water, which I should have showed you before, and I'll just dip it into the ice water here.
We believe you.
And you can see, there it goes.
Down.
Down, down, down.
One other cool thing with the REPL is you can show all this live. Like you can just import the modules, and this is like a live demo. It's like
That's right. This is a really completely, so you see it's already going down. I tried this in the freezer, and it worked great. So let me turn off the screen sharing now.
Show the ice water because
for the unbelievers.
I want to make sure it wasn't fake.
Yeah, we have to make sure it wasn't fake.
I don't believe in Gemma cooling. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a liquid cooled computer. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
All right, 3 demo. All
All right,
right.
nicely
All
done.
right.
Thank you, Dan.
All right, very cool.
Okay, next up,
Everyone
JP show.
give Dan a hug report in the Discord chat.
Thanks.
Okay,
Dan.
next up, No Pedro.
No Pedro.
Hey guys, I've been playing a lot with acrylic, so I figured I'd do sort of a NeoPixel acrylic sign. Shout out to everyone in the Discord chat. Wow, that's really bright. I need to turn it down. But yeah, this is an acrylic sign that I milled on the other mill. Where is it? It's over there. And it's running CircuitPython. And shout out to folks at the Discord chat because I wasn't really sure what artwork to put on the acrylic sign. So obviously it's running CircuitPython. It's running off of a Feather M0 Express. And the cool thing about Discord is that I asked people which CircuitPython logo should I mill on there. So I gave some like A, B, and C options. So everybody chose B. This is B. It's got the typography, and it's got Blinka, our little mascot there. And that's pretty much the project. Nice 3D printed enclosure. Again, it has the feather in there. It's portable, so it's got a battery and a switch in there. And it's a nice kind of little platform that you can put on your desk and kind of test out your NeoPixel code. It was a lot of fun milling it on the other mill because I kind of intermittently, every 6 months I'll like come up with a milling project. But milling and 3D printing is one of those two things that kind of complement each other. So it looks pretty nice.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, one, it's super like cyberpunky. The other thing is we took apart our Nintendo Switch dock and there's a little aftermarket mod. We could probably jam a NeoPixel strip in there, cut a hole in the aftermarket mod, and then put that there, and like you could etch your own like whatever character. Yeah, we're gonna try to tap into the circuit board and see what we can figure out. Maybe we could get power from it and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool. So check out the guide and the video on YouTube's. So.
And we did send one over, so it should be there probably too.
Yeah, you guys got 2 in there. You probably have it.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Awesome.
We'll show the whole video on the show tonight.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
What's up, JP?
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to say Adam posted that he would love to not go last because his machine is unstable. So
He's going to go next.
Do him next? Then awesome. I just noticed that comment. Hey, everybody. So I just want to show tomorrow I'm going to do my live stream on at what time? At 4 o'clock Eastern time and 1 o'clock Pacific time. And I'm going to be showing my little Gemma controlled pinball controller. So this is similar to the project I had done before using a Teensy and gutting that old plastic arcade controller. This time I've got the, if you check there, you can see, let's see if this thing's working well. It'll be more fun on the live stream tomorrow when I actually have it working. I've got the Gemma hooked up with just using alligator clips into some of our arcade buttons. So this is going to be a no solder project that people can use to do some HID input. In this case, I've got it going into the iPad pinball controller. And tomorrow in the live stream, I'll be kind of rebuilding and cutting aluminum on the miter saw to build this cool 2020 aluminum frame. So come on and check it out, and we'll build a little mini arcade pinball table.
Yay! Sounds fun. All right, thanks, JP.
All right.
Stay cool.
Thank you.
Happy.
Next up,
Adam.
Adam, go for it before everything doesn't work.
It's like intense.
This is my favorite scene in Johnny Mnemonic.
Get closer. Intense. So close.
So we do that chiptune thing once in a while, and this is why I like our community, because this is like the skateboarding analogy I always do.
Yeah.
So like our little microscope thing is fun, but like
He's got a scale electron microscope.
this is like a 360
Okay, guys.
mini hawk. Yeah, excellent work. So what was this, Adam?
So that
let me get my camera repositioned real quick.
Okay.
My light's on. They make me not super overexposed. But so yeah, that was one of your guys' CO2, and I believe it does temperature, CO2, oxygen, a couple other different air quality sensor stuff. And so let's try that out. Yeah, so this was the, I think it's the CSS 811. And so what this does is it has a, I believe it's a tin oxide. I was literally reading about this about 10 minutes before we started. It's a tin oxide coating on that kind of circular bit you saw at the beginning. And what happens is different chemicals in the air, so alcohol or CO2 or oxygen, will actually come and bind with that tin coating and will change the resistivity of it. So you can basically run a current sense through it and kind of try to figure out what the air is actually, or what the composition of the air is. So this is used in really cheap breathalyzers and inexpensive CO2 sensors, that sort of stuff. And then so the second part you saw was the actual die of it, or the piece of silicon that does the computing for it. So I believe this is an I2C device, so it actually has some smart stuff on board. And all those details you saw there were created through a photo etching process, and it's mind-blowing that this actually works. But what they do is they'll shine light through a pattern and then through a bunch of lenses to basically tell the silicon where to stay and where to not stay. And when they do that, they can etch the mind-blowingly tiny devices. And that's the fundamental of how all integrated circuits are made. So this one happens to use, it's just kind of, that circle part is just that on a lot bigger scale than you normally see. So it's a really cool chip to use, or it's a really cool chip to view under this because it's got that exposed circuitry kind of and the exposed mechanical side of it. But other than that, it shows the microscope is working actually surprisingly well. So.
Yay, congratulations. It's still running right now.
It's still running right now, which is kind of impressive. So I'm going to just share screens real quick.
Yeah, if you drop these photos in an email and send me some text, I'll post it up on the blog so folks can take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm going to spend the rest of the day kind of trying to get better photos of this thing, so we'll see how long it lasts. But so at the beginning of the week, my microscope's not working very well. That was supposed to look like an IC chip. It doesn't look like an IC chip. There's excess noise, horrible distortion, a lot of problems. But basically, AC line voltage at my house changes by about 3 volts, which is incredibly annoying when you can't undervolt or overvolt your microscope. So AC line voltage was too low to run the microscope, so a lot of the focusing coils just turned themselves off or weren't putting enough power out, so I was getting some really weird distortion. And then I had to deal with that noise. And that noise is actually, I wish I had a photo of this, but the microscope uses a phosphorus disk to convert electrons into photons. And the phosphorus disk on my microscope was failing. But it was failing in such a way that it caused noise at basically a 1 megahertz frequency. So it's a completely mechanical failure causing a 1 megahertz noise. And that drove me crazy because it's like 1 megahertz. It's got to be a power supply. It's got to be a power supply. It's got to be a noise off of a clock somewhere. But it wasn't related to any of the power supplies or any of the clocks. It was the physical disk had failed at 1 megahertz, which was incredibly annoying. But, here's what that chip looked like before I decapped it. And here's what it looked like after I decapped it. So you can kind of see there's that cylinder piece. There's the IC. And when I do longer scans, when I'm basically not doing it live, you'll get a lot better image quality out of it. But for now, it just shows that we're diving down deep, like way, way further than you could see with your human eye. So,
all right.
A lot of fun, a lot of cool progress.
Outstanding.
Nice.
Excellent live demo.
Yeah, thank you.
EDM, SEM.
Right. Okay, next, Scott. Hey, Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, how's it going? So we had a project going to Burning Man this year. I didn't get to go with it, but we were looking for some neat trinkets that we could sell on our Indiegogo funding campaign. And we had these little necklaces that we cut out of wood on our laser cutters that were cute little things. And I'm like, you know, this is Burning Man. We need some blinky lights. So I made some bigger ones. And what I put inside is one of those color-changing LEDs that you have, the slow-changing one.
Yeah.
And a little battery in the back. See the battery there?
Yeah.
And basically what it is it's one piece of wood laser cut, and then a piece of acrylic laser cut, and then the front sort of mask, and then the LED goes in the middle part here, and the battery in the back. So very simple, yet it gives a cool blinky effect. So it's going to look really neat out there and Burning Man.
Yay. All
All
right.
right, very cool.
That's awesome.
Well, email support@adafruit.com, and there's probably sort of kind of room for an SE on the show and tell sticker that you can.
Yeah, stick it back there, right?
All right.
And the next 4 days, you can just take a lot of showers and eat cooked food
Right.
and feel real good about it.
Exactly. The battery lasts about 3 days, so should be dead by now.
Yeah.
Right about. It's in the right amount of time.
Right on time. 3 days is exactly what you need.
Okay.
Well, you don't need it during the day. You just turn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn it off and you're fine. This should be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, you sleep during the day.
Yeah, sleep and then party. Okay.
Okay. Next,
Dan C.
Dan. How's it going, Dan?
Hello. So I finally got around to finishing an AdaBox 004 thing, which I wound up using some Adafruit IO stuff too. So this is the little speaker box thing. I put a button in on there briefly because for a little bit, whenever you press a button, there would be a Pikachu sound. But I decided to basically use my powers for evil, and I really, really like my boss. He's the best boss ever. But we're definitely going to mess with him tomorrow.
Okay, that's good.
Well, he's not watching.
No, the other manager might be, but not him.
Okay.
So I made an I/O dashboard that has 2 buttons. You probably can't see, but one says "Mess with Russ" and the other one says "Knock."
Okay.
And so I had a whole bunch of his employees come in and record things. So now we're gonna mount this like outside his cubicle wall. And hey, Russ. All right, apparently I reset it.
All right, so there's going to be people like saying, "Hey, Russ," and like over here, and like.
Yeah, and then also the best part probably is going to be that I recorded the sound of knocking on the cubicle wall. So if we can mount this well, I might have to take it out of the box and then kind of slide it into. We found out we can like pull a thing apart.
Yeah.
And slide it in there, so it's going to be a completely hidden inside the cubicle wall, and to see how long it takes before we can drive him mad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is great.
Good work.
All right. This is cool. And then even afterwards, you can say, "Hey, that was interesting, Russ," and then you can send a link to this video, and you can be like, "Everyone knew this was coming except for you."
Yeah, we have a thing called Dev Tricks at work every 2 weeks where people give 15-minute presentations. So I'm pretty sure I'm giving it on this, as long as he doesn't get upset. If he's having a bad day, it's going to have to get delayed because, like I said, I actually like him.
All right.
All right.
Good luck on your.
I hope Russ comes back next week. He's like, "Here's this thing I'm going to do with Mike. I'm going to totally mess with Mike."
Good job now.
Yeah, let me show you my
Dan, sorry.
Adafruit IO project that fires Dan over and over. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Email support@adafruit.com. Ask for 2 as seen on this show and tell stickers. So if Russ freaks, you can be like, "Hey, here's a sticker." Might work out for you.
It's a Canon camera.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Mike and
Next
Rebecca.
up, John.
John.
Hey, John.
John O'Halloran.
Hello, John.
There we
That's
go.
amazing.
I'm unmuted. I'm on my phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to make this quick since it's a crappy connection. But I showed off the Fez several weeks ago, and Lady Ada said it needs a moving eye.
You say that about everything.
And as I've been finding in my search for projects to do, everywhere. This is completely Phil B's animated eyes project. And props to him because the directions were so straightforward. The only stumbling blocks I had were the ones he was like, when you go to code it, you're going to have these problems. Fix them. And I did. And that's exactly what I did to fix it. I even got the jumpers right because his explanation how to do the jumpers was so absolutely clear. Craftsmanship of actually mounting the thing, because last night I was just trying to figure out how to mount it, and I just threw a scrap of cloth over it to hold it against the Fez. And as you can see, the cord is still running around the back, and it's still hanging out the back because I didn't have long enough jumpers. So, Lady Ada, you have the moving eye on the flashing Fez.
Great.
Outstanding. As someone said in the chat, the only thing better than a Fez is a Fez.
Seriously balanced because there's a big old battery in the top of my head now, too.
Well, the only thing it's missing now is as seen on
Hope I didn't lose you all.
the email supported Adafruit, and we'll send you out a sticker for that. Amazing Fez.
Nice Fez. Thanks, John.
Okay. Hey, John. Okay, next, Mike. Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Hi there. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
You sound great.
Great. So I got my AdaBox 4. I'm pretty new to microcontrollers. I got my Arduino kit last year, and I'm just learning. So I got my AdaBox 4 and enjoyed going through the lessons and the tutorials and figuring out how everything worked. But when I was done, I said I wish I could make it do something a little bit more. I wanted like next and back buttons like you would see on you know, regular CD player, or some sort of off button. Then I started thinking, you know, it'd be really cool is if I had lights on it as well. So I'm looking at the diagram, and I realized there's only 2 GPIO pins free on the Feather once it's all set up. So I thought, well, I'm not sure how to make this work, but I want 2 buttons, I want a switch, and I want lights. What do I have that will allow me to do that? And it turned out to be a circuit playground. So I tried to figure out a way to get my circuit playground to talk to the music maker and the Feather setup, and I kind of got it to work, but I'm running into some problems that I'm not quite sure how to solve. But I just wanted to show you, you know, what I got so far. So let me switch to that camera. So that's what I have now. Oh yeah, on the box too, I had to use a different box. So I took an old Samsung box so that I could fit 2 speakers in it. Can you see the picture?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really good.
So I got an extra speaker. I mounted the circuit playground in there. I connected it to a couple of pins. I figured if I offload all of the NeoPixel logic and light show to the circuit playground, it would work better. I just needed a way to get the buttons to talk back over to here. I tried IC squared first or I squared C first, but I'd never used it before and ran into some problems. Then I realized I could just use the 2 GPIO pins, and then maybe that analog pin for the volume control and make it work. So I've got it kind of working. I'm going to plug it in and see what happens. Oh, and by the way, my son and I had went to an Iron Maiden concert. So the CD that the micro SD card in here has a bunch of Iron Maiden songs on it.
Okay, that's cool.
So let's see if it works. And I'm using the music TFT example from, that's that little problem I get. I haven't figured it out, so I'll try one more time here. I was hoping to have it all assembled by today.
Ooh.
Nah.
I heard it. I heard something.
It worked a little bit.
It works a little bit. I keep having this problem, so I'm not quite sure what I'm doing wrong. I notice when I turn the NeoPixels off, everything's fine. It's when I start interacting with NeoPixels that I have problems. So I'll probably keep playing with it, and maybe if I get a finished product, I'll come back.
Yeah, pop over to Project Help in Discord, or you can also post in the forums. But also, this is a lot of fun to tinker around. No matter what, email support@adafruit.com, and we'll send you an as seen on the show and tell sticker. And if this project doesn't work out, you can always work on messing with Russ, who is Dan's boss. Yeah, Dan's boss. That's always, that's AdaBox 7 is.
Yeah. You guys can team up.
We just had a meeting about it.
Those are some creative ideas, and I'm listening to all these, everything that other people are doing, and I hope when I grow up I'm just like you guys, man.
Yay.
Okay, and
one of us.
I think we have one more person.
Rebecca.
Okay, Rebecca, how's it going? I'm here, Mike, and choose your project.
Semester starting.
Hey, yeah, no, I'm at school now. I moved in 2 weeks ago because I moved in a week early for band camp. But now I actually have my room set up, and I have a workshop that resembles other areas of the school, and I just don't feel like walking to. But I have the Circuit Playground Express Educators Pack, and I started playing Circuit Playground Expresses yesterday. I'm trying to teach myself CircuitPython because I know nothing about Python. I only use Arduino so far, and I got the fidget spinner one working, and then I edited it some and somehow broke it, and I don't know what I did. So I'm gonna go back and deal with that when I'm less frustrated with it.
Yay!
But until then, I actually have a project from June that I want to show, and I made a Circuit Playground skirt. So it is that Sparkle skirt learn guide, but I edited it some and made my own skirt from scratch. So I actually have that here.
Ooh.
I went to thrift stores and I got a pair of shorts to put the electronics on, and curtains to make the skirt.
Neat.
And
It's festive.
Yeah, I was going to an 80s party, so
yeah,
that's what I did for. And then I have the it's hard to see because there's light, but I do have the playground and some NeoPixel running on there too.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Looking
All
80s.
right. Well, this is fantastic. As always, you can email support@adafruit.com and get an as seen on Show and Tell sticker. And thanks for checking in with us. And you're back to school. Can't wait to see what you do this year. I know you worked on the lab and a bunch of other things, so you'll have.
Yeah, it never stops.
Nope.
That's right.
Nope.
And thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me, the alternative is way worse.
Yep.
Okay, well, I think that we just got through everyone. Okay, that was epic.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Pedro. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, JP. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dan. And thank you, Adam. We're here every single week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We love showing and sharing projects with you, and we love seeing the projects that you all do. Thanks for making this the best half an hour of our week every single week.
Yay.
Ask an Engineer starts at 8 p.m. and we'll see you all next week.
Okay, see you soon.
Bye-bye.